Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. For those of you guys who are new here, my name is Riley Jade. I'm a mom vlogger here on YouTube. I post all things beauty, fitness, health, lifestyle here on my channel. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification down below so you guys don't miss another video from me. Those of you guys who have watched my channel for a while, you know that we used to get HelloFresh all the time. We got it for like 8 months to a year. We were subscribed to HelloFresh. Absolutely love it. And I am super excited because they are actually sponsoring today's video. Those of you guys who may not know exactly what HelloFresh is, it is a weekly subscription food box or meal box. There's a bunch of different plans you can sign up for, really to customize it to your family. Super convenient, super easy. It shows up right at your door and it's just like, it takes the thought out of dinners and the shopping out of dinners. I will have a coupon code for you guys. I'll put it here on the screen along with down below in the description bar to save $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. So that is like a lot of free food. If you guys have been curious about HelloFresh and you want to try it out, I highly recommend doing it now so that you can save some money. Without further ado, if you guys want to see 5 dinners and what we eat on an average night, then just keep watching. So this is how the box shows up on your doorstep, and it's really nicely packaged and insulated so it stays nice and cold. They have like big ice packs on the bottom to keep your meats cold and everything. And these are the little recipe cards. So it gives you a nice picture on the front of what it could look like, and then on the back it shows you the directions, and it's always in like 6 steps, so it's nice and simple. And then everything is pre-packaged separately, so that's really nice because with other meal services I've noticed that they kind of throw all the ingredients in the box and then you have to separate them. So I like that HelloFresh kind of like separates them for you, just makes it easier. So on Monday I was going to make this zucchini boat meal, which actually ended up being one of my favorites. It was so good. But here are all the ingredients and kind of how they send them to you. Everything is the exact amount pretty much that you will need. So again, makes it super easy, and let's just get started. So I started cutting my zucchini, put it in the oven, truly just following directions, and yeah, it makes you feel like a chef. It makes you feel like you're doing, you know, something super fancy, but it is fairly simple. And as you can see, I'm doing it while holding the babies, so if that can be done, then it just goes to show how simple the meals are. So I got a lot of questions about how the vegetables, you know, arrive in the box and what kind of shape they're in. And a handful of times I have received my vegetables like super bruised up or something like that, and I just call customer service and they're honestly really good about it. They were really attentive and accommodating, so I just wanted to say that. But I would say 90% of the time your vegetables show up exactly how you would pick them out at the grocery store, maybe even 95% of the time. So yeah, I never saw that as a problem, and like I said, if something were to happen, anything that happens in your box, the customer service is just so good. So here you can see me plating the meal, and like I said, this was one of my favorites. It was so delicious. The flavors were just like out of this world in a great combination. Emily actually ate with me this night, and she was like, we were both dancing because we were just so happy and it was so good. And then baby Knox actually had some and he enjoyed it too. So Tuesday night I decided to make the chicken teriyaki rice bowls. These were also so good. This was probably my second favorite meal from HelloFresh this week, but you just kind of start out as always cutting up your veggies, cleaning all of that, and then starting with your starch. So I threw some rice in some butter on the stove and then threw in some water and got that boiling, and then continued to cut my veggies. Super simple. I love that this recipe includes peanuts, so they actually had us roast peanuts, which you'll see in just a second, but I really feel like it made the meal. It was so good. It was just a nice like crunch and nice, you know, addition to the meal that I would not have thought of on my own. So yeah, I'm just stir frying the veggies, and then essentially you throw in your chicken and all the sauce and you plate it or put it all in a bowl, and it's delicious. Honestly, so good, guys. So Wednesday night I decided to make buffalo chicken wraps. So I shredded up some chicken and put in some Red Hot and cooked that on the stove. So I forgot to mention that Kyle was gone this whole week, so it was just the baby and I. So this is something that I would normally probably make for lunch, but since Kyle wasn't home, I just made it for myself for dinner. So I cut up some fresh cucumber, fresh tomato, and some lettuce, threw that in there with the chicken, and then put on this yogurt ranch dressing that I love, and then rolled it all up. And then also on the side, I decided to add some carrots just for something to munch on, along with some grapes for something a little sweet. But like I said, this is kind of like a lunchy kind of a meal, but it worked for me this night, and it was super good. Okay, so Thursday night I decided to make a Mexican kind of style rice bowl. So if you guys know me, number one, you know I love eating out of a bowl. Number two, I love rice bowls. So yeah, I just love making like one bowl dish meals. And so that's what I decided to do. I cut up a poblano pepper, half of a purple onion, and I like to overcook my onion, to be honest. Like I pretty much like to caramelize all my onions, so I always cook those first, but then eventually I do throw in my peppers as well. And since it was just me this night, I just did a bagged rice, keep it, you know, simple and easy, and that way I didn't have a ton of leftovers. But I'm also cutting up some scallions from the garden, which we've been so lucky to have this summer. They've been so good. But I'm just throwing in the rice and really just stir frying it all together, just kind of cooking everything down. I did add in some organic black beans, and then it was done. So I threw it all in a bowl, and I decided to add some quinoa chips, which these are super good. They're like thin and crispy, and I just liked that as a different texture, and threw some more scallions on top. So Friday I decided to make the last HelloFresh meal, which was this like fig chicken dish, and it was really good. The thing with this one is I didn't end up following the recipe just because it was at the end of the week and I was just kind of being lazy. So I threw all of the broccoli and all of the potatoes in a baking dish and threw them all in the oven together. That's the great thing about HelloFresh, is you don't have to follow the directions. So if they cook something in a way that you don't like, or you prefer it a different way, you can always cook it however you would like. But at least they give you all the ingredients to make an awesome meal. So for this part, I did follow the directions just because I wanted the sauce to come out really good and I didn't know how to make it. So this actually was the best part, and it totally made the meal. So I drizzled it over the chicken and then plated the potatoes and broccoli. It was so good. So that is absolutely it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up so that I know to film more videos like this. And thank you again to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. And thank you guys for watching. I love you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.